Hello and welcome to Scale to Seven Figures and our $1 Million Fireside Chat. I am Lisa Anderson, Strategic Business Advisor, Virtual CFO with Novel Transformation Solutions and your $1 Million Mentor. And I am excited you are joining me. Scale to Seven Figures is an interactive group of small business owners in the business to business, business to corporate, and business to government markets who are ready to scale their businesses to the next level. Our group is an opportunity to share, learn, and grow together without competition. Each week, I bring tips, tactics, and strategies through our $1 Million Masterclasses and our $1 Million Fireside Chats. If you are not familiar with us, head on over to www.scaletosevenfigures.com and check us out. Now sit back, relax, and enjoy our next powerful conversation. Well, hello, and happy Wednesday. I am Lisa Anderson, Strategic Business Advisor and Virtual CFO with Novel Transformation Solutions and your $1 Million Mentor. And welcome back for another edition of Scale to Seven Figures. I am so excited that you are joining me today. Last week, I read an article. It was such a disheartening article about a local radio show personality who recently experienced a near fatal health event. And on this particular day, he experienced a rapid loss of feeling in his arms. He had sensations in his right hand. And throughout the day, those symptoms continued to progress to the point of slowing down his motor responses as well as his cognitive impairment. And like many overachievers, he ignored the symptoms. Does that sound familiar? Like many overachievers, he ignored the symptoms. He just completely shook them off. And he continued to think of them as just, immaterial. Maybe he slept on the wrong side of the bed and cut off circulation. His arm had just fallen asleep. But nonetheless, he continued to work his extremely busy schedule and continued to push through the progressive symptoms that he was experiencing. His wife actually noticed what occurred, what was happening with him, and rushed him to the hospital. And as it turns out, he was having a stroke. Had he continued to push any longer, he could have lost his life. So how many times have you, as a business owner, shrugged off things like fatigue or anxiety or immobility, or just simply don't want to get out of the bed in the morning, or other symptoms? How many of those things have you just, brushed off? You just keep going and going and going. Well, I have to admit that I am also guilty of that as well. I have experienced those situations as a business owner and entrepreneur myself. And that is until the symptoms got pretty serious to the point where I had to stop and pay attention, and in many cases, get help and support immediately so that these things would not turn into a catastrophe on my side. What I realized is that without me, my business will not continue. It will not thrive. I have to be full, healthy, and centered in my business in order to continue moving. But as business owners, we like to become what I call shock absorbers. No matter what is happening around us, to us, through us, we just keep going. We keep going and going and going. And we feel that we are the only ones that can manage through, that can figure things out, that, have to continue to press forward. But the honest to goodness truth is we don't. So here's some things that have caused me reasons to pause and pay attention. Things like juggling far too many priorities at once. Is that you? Managing a ridiculous set of deadlines. Is that you? Dealing with a dastardly team member, somebody that is going against you instead of moving forward with you. Dealing with an unscrupulous subcontractor or a teaming partner. Again, you're not working together, you're working against one another. Working with a narcissistic customer behavior. No matter what, you can't seem to get it right. Threats of physical harm. And sometimes that happens to us in business. The impacts of the things that are going on outside of our business, but within our environments that are catastrophic. Things like earthquakes, hurricanes, physical illness of our team members, a pandemic. Have you experienced those things? Or maybe one of the really big things that causes the biggest drop in our hearts as business owners, which is a significant dip in cash. These are all things that cause us to experience situations where we can't sleep at night. It causes us anxiety. And eventually it does take a physical toll on itself. But here's what I want you to know is that you can't just keep going through it. You need to put yourself in a position where if it starts to hurt us, seriously, physically, mentally, emotionally, if it starts to hurt us, we have to pause and take note of what's happening. So today, I want to share with you lesson number 3 that I learned in my 25 years of business. And that is, you must, I'm going to say it again, you must, as a business owner, talk about the things that are keeping you up at night. You must talk about them. Here's the thing. Silence is suffering. Silence is suffering. And suffering is killing you. I want you to know that. That is the truth. Silence is suffering, and suffering is killing you. So according to a study that was performed by UK Berkeley, here's what they uncovered about entrepreneurs. And so I'm going to read this to you. Entrepreneurs are twice as likely to suffer from depression. Twice as likely to suffer from depression. They are 6 times more likely to suffer from ADHD. They are 3 times more likely to suffer from substance abuse. They are 10 times more likely to suffer from bipolar disorder. And they're twice more likely to have suicidal thoughts. And many of these, if not all of them, result in physical impairment or impact. And this does not have to be the case. It really does not have to be the case. A lot of this is due to the entrepreneurial roller coaster that we experience. We're riding the dips and the dives on a regular basis. It happens because of the risk that we're taking in order for us to continue to move and grow our businesses. And the fact is that we just don't talk to anyone about our concerns. We actually feel like we can't talk to anyone about what our experiences are, what our challenges are, or the impacts of those things on us personally or on our businesses. So I tell my clients all the time, and this is the absolute truth. Your business should be, now I'm going to change that. Your business must be conversational. Your business must be conversational. You've got to slow down. You've got to stop, and you've got to talk to someone about what's keeping you up at night. And I don't mean just anyone. It is very important and imperative to your continued health and well-being as a person, as an entrepreneur, and as a business that you find the right resources to have those conversations with. 9 times out of 10, those things that are bothering you because they're bothering you because you've experienced them. You are in the midst of experiencing things that you've never experienced before, and you can't simply see your way out of it. One of my mentors said to me one time, and I take this to heart, and this is what actually helped me to start opening up and have conversations about my business with the right resources. And that is this. If you are the picture, then you can't see what's inside the frame. You need somebody that is on the outside looking in that can help you manage through those processes. Talking with a resource, talking with the right resource can help you not only see your way through, but to see your way to rest, relaxation, and support. Because at the end of the day, that's all we really need is rest, relaxation, and support. So, should you be talking to anyone? And who should you actually be talking to? And once again, I have to say it must be the right resource. You want to make certain that you're talking to a strategic business advisor on a regular basis, even when you don't feel like it. It's the times that you don't feel like it that you should be talking to them the most. Don't hide things from them because that's only hurting you and it's only hurting your business. Commit to stop killing yourself. Commit to stop suffering and really talk things through and talk things out. So I personally know when my clients are silent, that means that they are struggling with something on their own. They're going it alone. They're playing it through in their heads and they're trying to manage their way through. But a good strategic business advisor will reach out to you in those moments of silence. They'll just reach out. They'll know. A good strategic advisor will listen to you. They'll open the space of no judgment and just simply listen. They will then offer recommendations and strategies even when you don't ask for them. They are solutionists. They are individuals that come to the table with answers. So building a strategy is not just about creating a pathway to get to the destination that you see or that you want to realize, but it's also about creating the steps to manage through those things that are creating a completely cloudy situation for you, that are completely unclear for you. Strategy goes in both ways. So I had a call today with a client, and we went over her strategic objectives. We went over the opportunities that she has in her pipeline. We talked about the desires that she has in terms of increasing her staff and her team. We talked about all the things that she wants in terms of growing the business this year and beyond. And one of the things that she said to me when we were finished with our conversation was, she said, I feel exposed. I feel exposed. And I said to her, my response to her was, you should feel exposed. Because at the end of the day, you poured it out. You laid it out on the table so that we could actually see all the moving pieces and put them in perspective so that we can continue to move and push forward in the right direction, doing the right things at the right time. So yes, you should be exposed. You should feel exposed because at the end of the day, your business requires that you be transparent with someone about what's happening inside and outside of your business, the good, the bad, the indifferent. You need to be able to have conversations with a resource that can then help you sleep at night. You want to be transparent. You want to feel exposed. So from one business owner to another business owner, I beg of you, seriously, I beg of you, I want you to begin engaging a trusted advisor, someone that you can talk to about any and everything that's happening in business, someone that you can talk to about all the things that are keeping you up at night. And then when you do, watch your physical, your mental, and your business health start to transform. So if you are looking for a trusted advisor, one who cares, one who listens, one who opens up a non-judgmental space, one who has experience scaling small businesses, one who can help you build strategies that will help you see your way through the clouds, one who can help you sleep at night, then I'd like to actually offer that we have a conversation. A conversation with me will cost you nothing. It's just an opportunity to talk about the things that are keeping you up at night. And let's build a strategy on how we can relieve those pressures and put you in a space where you're not suffering, where you are moving in the right direction, that you're moving forward, and that you feel good about it. that you are finding peace, relaxation, and rest in your business, where you can actually get the space, the brain space that you need in order to really seriously, strategically think through your business and execute upon those strategies. I welcome that conversation. Again, it doesn't cost you anything but 30 minutes of your time and the opportunity to get what's on your heart, off your chest, and out into a conversation with someone that will listen to you and help you build a strategy. So if you're interested in that, I invite you to go to www.talktolissaanderson.com. That's talktolissaanderson.com, and let's schedule some time to chat. So I want to thank you for listening today. I want to thank you for being open to the possibilities of not suffering, to allowing yourself the grace and the space to sleep at night. I want to thank you for listening to me. I hope that this information was helpful to you, because at the end of the day, yes, I do want to help 1 million achieve millions. But more importantly than that, I want you to achieve millions in a way that you have a peace of mind, and that you are gaining satisfaction, and that you are relieving yourself of the anxieties that occur as a result of taking the entrepreneur roller coaster. So again, I am Lisa Anderson. I will be back next week to talk about my next lesson that I've learned over my 25 years in business. I hope you will join me. I am Lisa Anderson, your strategic business advisor and virtual CFO with a novel transformation solutions and your $1 million mentor. I hope to see you back here next Wednesday at 5 p.m. and have a great week. Thank you. Bye-bye.